Listen, y'all, Cardi B is out here letting it all out. She just sat down with Kelly Rowland, and trust me, sis wasn't holding back at all. Cardi revealed that Offset was busy texting other women while literally lying right next to her in bed. Can you imagine that level of disrespect? And if that shock wasn't enough, she even confessed that some of the very same women she stood by and supported in the music industry were the ones sneaking around and sleeping with him behind her back. The betrayal cuts deep, and you can feel how raw her words were.
Shower tears. And shower tears I did a very long time ago. Like I did it like around 2022.
Shower tears.
Yes.
It's a good title.
Yeah.
Shower tears, is that, I'm just taking a wild guess here, is that like the tears you cry away from your children when you really feeling stuff? Or like what exactly did you mean? I love the title. Can you elaborate?
I mean, there is a line that says, how you texting bitches from my bed,
Yes.
all these tears, all these shower tears that I done shed.
Oh,
because it's like
the amount of.
I mean, just think about how painful that must be. Imagine lying in bed with your own husband, only to realize he's sitting right next to you, texting other women. That's a whole different kind of hurt. Now, did Offset actually know that Cardi was aware of what he was doing? Honestly, it's hard to say, but still the situation itself is heartbreaking. And what makes it even worse is that Cardi revealed in this same interview that some of the very women she uplifted and supported in the industry are the ones who turned around and betrayed her by sleeping with her husband. That level of disloyalty is just beyond cruel.
when I see like a new little bitch coming up or some shit, and I feel like they kind of cool, and I feel like people be dragging them. I be sliding in their DMs like it's like, hey, you know this temporary. This is a good and bad thing, good and bad thing. But sometimes you gotta know who to do it with, because I have done that to bitches that done went and fuck my man and all that shit. So it's like you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these bitches right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will beat you and fuck your nigga.
Now here's where things get even more messy. A lot of people believe that the woman Cardi B is hinting at might actually be Saweetie. Y'all remember the rumors that were floating around? The ones claiming Saweetie had a thing going on with Offset? Well, those whispers got even louder when Quavo threw out that line, "That's my dog's girl, she too messy." He pretty much implied that if Saweetie really wanted the crew, he could have just made it happen. That comment alone made fans connect the dots. But here's the twist. Saweetie later came forward in her own interview. And instead of addressing those cheating rumors directly, she talked about how she believes her career has slowed down because of what she calls pretty privilege. According to her, people don't take her seriously as an artist because of her looks. Still, a lot of folks online weren't buying that explanation. They were quick to say, "No sis, this ain't about pretty privilege. This is just your karma for messing with a married man."
Industry has trying to count you out, like
since I started.
Talk about it, man. Because I think people, look, to be honest, people see you're gorgeous. You're getting endless bags. You are, listen, that girl, right? I don't think they understand how many doors, how many rejections, how many times people have counted you out.
I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just different face, same case.
See, when a woman is pregnant, those emotions are running even higher than usual. Like Cardi herself said, you're vulnerable, and that can make everything hit a little harder. So it makes sense why she turned to social media. Maybe at that moment she felt like she had nobody else to really open up to. Posting online probably felt like the only outlet she had. But of course, as she later admitted, putting her business out there created even more problems behind closed doors. Problems that the public didn't even see. And interestingly, during the same interview, she also opened up about her co-parenting situation with Trippie Redd. That was another layer to the conversation, showing that beyond the drama, she's still trying to manage life, relationships, and family responsibilities all at once.
Find out you're getting cheated on. How did you get through that? Like, that's really tough. Like, I remember watching that happen online on social media, and I feel like whether people knew you, didn't know you, loved you, hated you, whatever it was, I feel like we was all heartbroken when that went public.
I feel like I honestly wish I didn't go public with it. because it created so much more problems in my life personally, especially with the father of my child.
Right.
Because I don't wish bad on nobody, right?
Yeah.
But I was pregnant and I was vulnerable and I was like, it was a hard time to get through, but also
Our relationship like right now.
just co-parenting, trying to figure it out. We're still new parents,
So
so
yeah.
we're just trying to figure it out, literally.
So y'all friends or do y'all talk?
We're not friends, absolutely
So
not.
y'all don't communicate? Like how does it work?
We're co-parents.
But how does co-parenting work? Do you
What do
bring
you
your
mean?
kid
You want
to
to
him?
talk to your daughter?
Do
You want
you?
to speak to your daughter? You want to see your daughter? It's your daughter. If it has nothing to do with me, co-parent
so how
is
does-
about the child. If it has everything to do with the child. If it ain't about the child, it has. We don't know. We don't give a about each other. Like we don't care about nothing. Like long as our daughter is good and you are okay with, you feel me? You can see your daughter. You feel me? My daughter is.
Yeah. I'm just
good.
asking. Like,
That's
so
it.
do you drop your daughter off to him? Does he
He
come
lives
see
in
them?
another state, so not right now. And she's 3 months, so it's still early.
Closer to mom now?
Yeah, but we're working on, as she gets older, on how we're gonna,
Yeah.
and I would love for her to go with her dad. I'm not one of them people that's gonna
Was to put Cardi B and Kelly Rowland in an interview together. Thank you. Thank you for aligning my brands, because if you know, that is my brand. Watching that interview was very entertaining. For one, Cardi is absolutely a hoot. Watching Kelly Rowland react to the things that were coming out of Cardi's mouth was gold. Like, the interview really put into perspective the difference between, and this is no shade, the difference between someone that's classically media trained versus someone that's Instagram media trained. Like when Kelly Rowland wanted to cuss, she would say, "Pardon my French," or like block out the word. But Cardi, on the other hand, was letting the cuss words fly. And I think it was a really great balance for that interview. On top of it being very entertaining, it was very insightful to know that, for one, they are actually close outside of like them sitting in this interview. Because at one point when Cardi was saying how she was at her lowest, she was depressed, and Kelly leaned in like a really supportive sister and said, "Well, why didn't you call me?" It gave very much like the girl music video, you know? I will say this was the most vulnerable I've ever seen Cardi in an interview. Like, she really gave us an insight into what her mind was going through over the past 7 years. Like, I knew that she was going through it, but to actually hear her talk about it and see the emotion in her face made it real. Cardi also got a chance to ask Kelly some questions as well. One of the questions that I liked that she asked was, how do you guys stay so private? How do you manage to keep your private life off the internet? And Kelly answered the question by saying she came up in a different time. Like when she came out, when she was coming up in the industry, there was no social media. So it was easier for her to keep her private life without having everybody trying to tune in. And Cardi, on the other hand, unfortunately came up in the age of social media. Like, she became famous from social media. But when you come up in that era, people automatically assume that they have access to your life because that's how they met you. All in all, it was a really good conversation. It didn't feel like Kelly was interviewing her. It felt like a conversation between homegirls. That just goes to speak to the relationship that they have with each other, to where it doesn't feel like it's an actual interview.
Honestly, it's good to see that at least when it comes to co-parenting, things are running smoothly. That's definitely a positive takeaway in the middle of all this chaos. But now I really want to hear what you think. How do y'all feel about everything Cardi shared? Do you believe the rumors, or do you think people are just reaching? Drop your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I'll be checking them out. And of course, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss the next update. I'll catch you all in the next one.